Hello and welcome to Anime-Niacs number 11. We were on 10 last time, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. All
I
right.
don't remember.
We are trudging along. uh, Today we are going to be talking about Psycho Pass Season 1. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Little breakdown of the show. It's in the future, obviously, as every anime is pretty much set in some future of Japan. And it's sort of like a Minority Report kind of feel. There's no real like police force, but everyone is judged on their psycho past. Now, if you start to get a little crazy, you're starting to feel like maybe you want to murder somebody, there's an alarm that goes off that the city people, they what was the acronym for the police force? It was like 8 letters.
It was
I don't know.
PSP.
It was like the NWSPSP or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
PSV.
there you go.
There's
There you
a PS on it.
But anyway, they get called, they come out, and they can settle the situation. They got these cool guns called Dominators, right? That's what they're
Yeah.
called.
Mm-hmm.
And the gun can go anywhere from stun to kill. And
It
and
doesn't
depending on
mean like kill, like nice happy kill. You just like fall on the floor. No, it just
No.
kind of blows you up like
you
a
get exploded.
sad water balloon.
So what they'll do is they'll read your psychopaths, and depending on what level that's up to, determines the level of enforcement that they need to use. Yeah, that's pretty much the background, and it follows Akane Sukamura. I think that's her name in the show. Sukamori, something. But it's her first day. The first episode is her first day on the job, and then it follows her obviously throughout. Dan, what do you think?
I like it. It does fall for a lot of the anime tropes, but whatever. I want to know who that voice actor is, because she's like the voice actor in like everything with a strong leading female.
It's not Jennifer Hale.
I don't know.
It isn't Jennifer Hale, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's the other strong female voice actress.
The art style is cool. I usually don't like a whole lot of like CGI in my anime, but they fused it nicely in a nice kind of film noir looking like setting with people blowing up. So that's always good. As far as the characters, like her partner doesn't seem to do much the whole time, so it's just her and the Spike lookalike like going to solve crimes. The bad guy's cool. I liked him better than any of the other characters. Sadly, spoilers, he doesn't win in the end. Yeah, I mean, all in all, I thought it was pretty solid.
All right, so yeah, Scott, what do you think overall?
Overall, I liked it. I thought it borrowed a lot from like already established like sci-fi like animes and movies. Like I was getting like Minority Report, I was getting Blade Runner, I was getting like some Judge Dredd in there, like, and they even like talk about like Philip K. Dick, so it's clear that they know where they're pulling the stuff from. But I mean, at the same time, they have their own little like cool twists on it. So characters were decently engaging. Like I kind of became attached to some of them, and they fleshed them out well enough that I was engaged in the story. So overall, yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too. Okay, the chick that did the English voice for Akane Tsunemori is Kate Oxley.
I feel like that's a name I've heard.
Yeah, I never pay attention to the voice actors unless it's Mark Hamill.
Yeah, I don't either. I know the Batman guy because Max loves him.
Kevin Conroy, he's the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, Mrs. Oxley did a great job. No, I really like it too. I've seen this thing like 5 or 6 times, all the way through the first season, all the way through. Yeah, the animation, I really dig what they're doing. Yeah, the CG wasn't crazy, and you could tell it was, like hand drawn and CG, and they kind of fleshed it all together really, really well. So, like Dan was saying, I thought that was a really good job. I really liked the animation in this one. Yeah, I didn't have any problems with the voice acting. The only thing I hated the most was the little hologram robot alarm
Yeah.
clock. That was probably the worst thing out of everything. But Dan, you watched the Japanese. Like, do you feel like it held up pretty well with the subtitles?
I mean, I don't speak Japanese, but I mean, so you're stuck reading it, and you kind of put your own inflection onto it. Then you hear the English dub, and it just sounds like a Telemundo episode, you know? Like, no, that's not right. And it probably sounds the same in Japanese. I just don't have to hear it that way. So,
That's cool. Yeah. All right. So the twist, the big twist. How do you guys feel about the brain mason jar twist? Yeah. So what happens is you come to find out that the whole computer system that allows people's mental state to be judged is actually 247 disembodied brains that work together in concert to judge everyone in the nation.
Are all in jars and constantly being swapped
Yeah,
for
yeah.
whatever reason between little slots.
well, I mean, you got to do something with your pickled brains. You can't just let them sit around for a while.
It was
Yeah,
an interesting twist, I guess. Like it wasn't really. Yeah, I mean the way you guys are talking about, like, oh, there's this big twist, we're getting to it, here it comes, and then it's just one of those things where it's like, I've seen this before. Like I mean it's cool. It's neat that it's like, oh, the computer system that judges everything isn't quite what you think. Like I could have told you that from like the opening credits probably, but I mean it's kind of neat that they've just got all these brains in a giant room, and it's like a big shock to everyone who sees it. So.
no, they actually they kill my favorite character in the big reveal. They don't really actually explain it. He just gets killed because he sees it. And you're like, why did they shoot him? And then you find out it's brains, lots and lots of brains. Dude, that room is screwed in the zombie invasion, dude.
Let one guy in there.
Uh-oh.
Brains.
Little happy robots would like chasing the zombie around, like, hey, you don't want to do that.
Oh yeah, that was the other good thing. There's a lot of robot police in this show, and whenever they have to like stop somebody from going somewhere or set up a barricade, they turn to this really like cutesy, like giant head, like what do you call them? Mascots, pretty much. They're like cop mascots, and they're always like, please do not do that. And they're always like swaying from side to side for some strange reason. They make me smile, so I guess they do their job. But
it's supposed to be calming to the citizenry, you know, instead of having like, angry-looking guards and stuff. We just have this cute little, I don't know, cat-looking thing maybe. It just says, "Don't go there. It's bad."
It was good.
But
what else?
I did like how they took that technology into like other things, like to change clothes. They've just got like this little thing that they can select it and it just kind of materializes.
Yeah, like everyone's walking around naked.
I guess. The watches were pretty cool. How their watch was like their phone, map, everything. Like they had like the little UI that would pop up and they could do all sorts of cool stuff.
I thought the guns were pretty cool too.
Guns are pretty cool.
As it gets more lethal, it gets bigger for some strange reason. So it's like a transforming gun. Yeah, like what gets me is though it has a disintegrator mode, right? Where it just kind of like obviously disintegrates everything in front of it.
Right.
But they still use that mode that makes people explode like balloons all the time.
Well, it's really like not up to them what mode it goes into. It just kind of does it.
I'm just saying, like, if you were building the gun, like, why would you have the mode that stops it exploding your guts all over the place.
Right.
And you
Because
can just
guns
have
were made by the system that's run by the brains of at least a couple psychopaths in there.
Fair enough.
Now, what I like about it is that the guns tell you how to use them. Like
Please aim carefully.
Yeah.
yes, please aim carefully and pull the trigger.
The gun is always very upbeat too.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the constant little dialogue or tutorials it was giving the people. It always made a tense situation kind of funny because they're sliding around and dodging incoming fire, and it's please yeah, extreme caution is needed.
It's going into eliminator mode, please.
Yeah.
But it's in the 15, how much time between when you point the gun at somebody and then it tells you all the crap and it loads itself. It takes 4 or 5 seconds where they're just getting shot at and can't do anything.
I feel like that might be kind of one of those things where it's not actual time. Because they took a lot of time, just kind of sitting there aiming with the little, voice going on, describing exactly what to do, and the guns shifting, and it's they're dead by now. They got to be dead by now.
Oh man, yeah, because there was one time where the Spike knockoff, he was fighting those dogs.
Yeah, the robot dogs.
Yeah, and it's disintegrator mode, and then it starts to fire, and the dog jumps at him, so he has to jump out of the way and keep the gun pointed at the dog until it fires. Yeah, so I was just that's terribly inefficient.
Yeah. But that is cool that it has that distinction between people and machines. If it's a machine, it'll go into a different mode.
Yeah, it goes into the mode that doesn't leave any mess for some strange reason when you're killing machines.
Although you can do that for humans too. They only do it once, and it's it's unclear why it did it. But.
What else is cool about this? There's a guy with a robot arm. There's
androids were kind of a thing in this.
Yeah.
And androids that you could actually upload your consciousness into. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, they got a lot of cool stuff. It does kind of follow the same anime lines that you kind of get used to and expect. But I don't know. I really like this one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to get to my biggest complaint, though.
What is your biggest complaint?
Is that they have all this advanced technology, and they've got cars that drive themselves.
No, they drive cars.
But no, there's a scene where the guy's just kind of chilling, and the car's driving itself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I missed that. Yeah,
it was one of the early episodes. And then you've got the holographic alarm clock that can pick up things and make breakfast, and you've got the guns that can basically work themselves, but you still need actual cops. Actual human people to go out and do all this police work.
Yeah, man. Robots are expensive.
Well, wouldn't that be for the mental state of the populace? I mean, would you really like to be governed by scary robots that just run around and shoot with cute cat heads moving around?
That's already what they do, though. People just freak out when people turn off their suits and it's oh, there's a real person in there.
Yeah, but I mean, what if just regular people we're just governed by robots that just ran around and shot other people? I mean, they would get all angry and grumpy. So if they have people that at least get told to shoot when you have to shoot the bad guy, I guess it's not as bad.
Yeah, Scott, you got to put a human face on it, man.
Yeah.
Skynet needs a human face. This is what the Terminator taught us.
Yeah, see? But they can't put real skin over robots yet, I guess. So.
It was more of just a nitpick. Overall, it would make the show completely uninteresting.
All right, well, the robots ran around and killed everybody, and here we are.
And there's no drama or tension or development. The end.
Yep, good 5-minute show. Produced by Scott Connelly. All right.
Shit.
Yeah. Was that it? That's pretty much it, right? Thanks.
Well,
I say 6 out of 10. It's a solid watch. You can definitely watch it again. Maybe 7, 6.5. 6.5 is my score. That's it.
I'd go with a solid 7 out of 10. Good. I like it. I like the art style a lot, actually. Yep.
I didn't actually watch the entire thing, but from what I did see, yeah, I'd say somewhere between a 6 and a 7. Probably leaning more towards a 6, because there are a lot of episodes where it's just kind of them talking in between like the action cool episodes.
Yeah, they do whine and cry a lot. I mean, like the whole show is about like your psychological state, so they do spend a good amount of time like getting to a good
Analyzing.
psychological state.
So, yeah, they could have paced it a little bit better in some episodes. Like some episodes were just like completely like dialogue and no action, and it's not even like interesting dialogue. It's kind of like Walking Dead, kind of like all right, like let's shoot some shit. Like I don't care about these characters and their hurdles they have to jump over when they're not killing shit. Like
Yeah.
So.
With these super badass Transformer guns. All right, yeah, so that's it. Psycho Pass, definitely worth it. One watch. Season 1. Season 2 is a whole another story. But we will be getting back to freaking Avatar at some point in time. We've just had some technical difficulties and loss of DVDs and loss of data.
I still haven't found those, so.
So we're one gigantic mess, but we're definitely going to try to do some Avatar soon. Next week we're gonna do heavy metal because Dan's an asshole.
I just want to hear Max say that on the podcast.
Even though it breaks the rules of the animation's too old.
It breaks Max's rule. The animation's too old.
We're gonna watch heavy metal, and we'll get you guys with that next week. I'm Max.
Yes.
Anybody else who's here?
Scott.
I'm Dan.
Yeah,
Scott, Dan. We're your Anime-Niacs, and we'll catch you guys later.
There we go.
I'm gonna hit the stop button.